What's up, guys, and welcome to the Tim Sports Talk. We got another Redskins recap, and we come away with a huge W, 41-16 clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, what a game. And it's all because that score comes because that was the worst play call I have ever seen in my entire life. What was Mike McCarthy thinking on that fake reverse punt on his own 30 in a 4-point game? It was in the fourth quarter. It was a 4-point game, and we end with a 25-point win. Oh, wow. That was such a bad play call. That reverse, first of all, you're 4th and 10 on your own 30. Then you reverse, and the guy who's supposed to get the first down doesn't even get the ball except for 20 yards behind the first down line. What? That was so bad, but I don't care because I love it. Antonio Gibson gets 115 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin ends up with another nice day, 92 yards. We just crushed the Cowboys in that fourth quarter. Like, they had no chance. And after that terrible call, that call cost them so big. Zeke Elliott had another fumble. He's got 5 lost fumbles on the year. I like Zeke. I think he's a great running back, but he can't hang on to the ball this year. That's awesome. Montez Sweat adding insult to injury, coming up, tipping the pass away from Andy Dalton at right there, and catches the ball and running it into the end zone to make it 41-16. This game got out of control in the fourth quarter. That was amazing. What other stuff did I write down here? Whew, not even close. Oh, Logan Thomas on the second drive, with a 28-yard pass. He had Sims wide open short, but he goes, no, I want more, and I trust Terry McLaurin. Goes deep to Terry for 28 yards. That was awesome. Gibson runs in his first TD there. Let's see. Yeah, we had a chance for another TD, but J.D. McKissick and Thomas both tripped over each other. That forced a field goal. That was 10-10. What in the world was Ronald Darby looking at when he stopped running when he was guarding Amari Cooper? That 54-yard touchdown should not have happened, except for the fact that Darby just turned around and stopped running and let Amari Cooper run under the ball uncontested. I have no clue. Darby's been playing well this year, and he had a couple of other nice plays. He had that 4th and 1 stop where he knocked the ball out of, I believe it was CeeDee Lamb's hands. That was a huge play for him. But then he also got a pass interference call, which I would rather have that pass interference call than a 54-yard touchdown, because that was their only touchdown on the day, was that 54-yard touchdown to Amari Cooper. But I will, for the life of me, never understand what Darby was thinking when he stopped running on that play. Yeah, we had a 17-13 lead at halftime, and at the end of the third quarter, it was only 20-16 after a horrible interception by Alex Smith. He was getting sacked, and he tried to throw it away, but he ends up throwing it right into Jalen Smith's hands. And Terry McLaurin coming in clutch and saving the touchdown, looking like a little bit of the DK Metcalf running behind Budda Baker. Instead, this time it's Terry McLaurin chasing down Jalen Smith to save a touchdown, and we only allow a field goal, making it 20-16. And then it was just all us from here. As I said, I don't know what in the world Dallas was thinking when they called that play. That was the worst play in NFL history. I'm saying it right now. The field position was a terrible idea. The time in the game, there was still 12 minutes left in the game. It's not like you're in desperation mode. Just you're on your own 30, punt it away, try to get a stop, and see what you can do to get the ball back and get it in better field position. Instead, you give us the ball free at the 25-yard line, and it was a one play and score by Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson basically runs untouched 25 yards up the field. Jalen Smith, who just got that interception, tries to go inside instead of protect the boundary or force the running back inside, and it leaves Antonio Gibson wide open. That completely changed the game, making it 27-16, and then the Cowboys just couldn't do anything after that. Tim Settle was big today. He had a couple of sacks, a couple of big pressures. Tim Settle, what a monster. What a steal in the 5th round. Like, I can't believe he was a 5th rounder. They had actually ranked him as a 2nd rounder when he was drafted, but I don't remember if it was off the field issues or if there was an injury concern. I can't remember now, but for some reason he dropped all the way to the 5th round out of Virginia Tech, and he's been an absolute gem out of the 5th round. Another 5th rounder that's been great for us is Cole Holcomb. He was all over the field tonight. He had that big tackle on 4th down, just on that last drive by Dallas, and he had a couple of other plays where he tackled for loss. He was all over. He had a big sack on a 3rd down earlier in the game, where Daron Payne, set him up beautifully. Just took his guy, pushed him around. Cole Holcomb came on a loop and got the sack. What a play by Cole Holcomb there. I love what he's doing right now with Cole Holcomb. We have problems at linebacker, but Cole Holcomb ain't one of them. Cam Curl had another good day. He was all over the place, as Chris likes to say on our channel, that every time somebody had the ball in their hands, Cam Curl's around him trying to make the tackle. Whether he made the tackle or if he was like the second guy there to make the tackle, if that tackle didn't happen, that was big for Cam Curl. Montez Sweat. What a beautiful play by Montez. And it just continued. Jack Del Rio continues this strategy of basically, we're going to give you the underneath stuff and make you be perfect to beat us. He does not want you to go deep, which is why it's so frustrating that Ronald Darby allowed that 54-yard touchdown, because Jack Del Rio is clearly keeping his corners 10 yards off the receivers, and it can be so frustrating to watch because you don't allow your D-line to try to actually have time to get in there because they're throwing the ball so short. But what it does do is it makes them have to be perfect all down the field. You can't get big chunk plays. It's just a bunch of 5 to 10 yard plays, and you basically have to be pristine the whole way through. And against teams like the Bengals, like the Giants, like the Cowboys, like these teams aren't going to be perfect all the way through. But now our offense is starting to churn behind Antonio Gibson. Terry is always there, and they're starting to use Logan Thomas a little bit like a Taysom Hill. He was behind center a couple of times today, had a nice run in for a 1st down. Basically, they ran a read option with him. He had that deep throw that I talked about. So very nice coming from Logan Thomas. And the rest of this offense, dude, Cam Sims, he didn't do much today statistically, but he had a big defensive PI called on him on that the second drive that we scored to keep our drive alive on 3rd down. So, man, I just love what I'm seeing. I just don't know. I'm so stuck on what in the world was he thinking going for it on that 4th and 10 with that fake punt. That was so stupid on so many levels. Logan Thomas also caught a touchdown today. That was nice. I would like to see, I know Ron Rivera is a little bit more of a conservative coach, but for some reason the Cowboys decided to leave time on the clock when they called timeout right before the half. There was 23 seconds left, and they tried to run a play. They end up not getting the 1st down, and they are ready for a field goal. And instead of running the clock down to like 5 seconds or 4 seconds so that when the play happens, it goes into halftime, they call timeout right away and leave 23 seconds on the clock. After the field goal, there's 19 seconds on the clock. I want a coach to punish that. Try to take a couple shots downfield. Do something to make it so you should not give me time like that. Don't do that to me. You're going to give me time, I'm going to give you points. All right? I'm going to put points up on you, and here we go. 13 seconds, we get a field goal. All we need is 2 plays from the 25-yard line. A 15-yard play puts you on the 40, and a 20-yard play puts you on the other 40, and then you have a chance at a long field goal. Hopkins has the leg, maybe not the accuracy, but Hopkins has the leg. Try to punish them next time for doing that. Not to mention you had 2 timeouts, so you could theoretically get more than just 2 plays there. In 19 seconds, you could potentially get at least 3, and if they're quick enough, maybe even 4 before you're ready for a field goal. A 3-second play here or there. That's what it is. I just got a text. Congrats on being in first place with a losing record. Hey, we'll take it. We're 4-7, first place of the division. We'll see what the Eagles do. Let's see who the Eagles have. I don't remember off the top of my head who the Eagles have. Pulling up that now. I know the Giants have the Joe Burrow-less Bengals. So that should be a win for the Giants, which would put them back up into first place. And then who do the Eagles have? 1 second here. The Eagles have the Seahawks. So that should be a loss. So at worst, we should be in second place behind the Giants, and the Giants have a tougher schedule coming up than we do. I went through it. I think the Giants they still have a chance, but we have the Steelers, which is going to be really tough. We have a beat up Niners team that we could potentially win. We have the Seahawks, which the Seahawks are great with Russell Wilson, but their defense is really, really suspect. And then you have the Eagles left and the Panthers. So that's who we have left on the schedule. We could definitely go at least win 2 of those games with the Eagles and the Panthers. We could definitely win those. Then we have to squeak one out probably from one of the other teams, and that'll put us at a 7-9 record, not making it so that we are not any worse than the Seahawks, right? Unless we don't win, then we're slightly worse, because the Seahawks did win a playoff game back in, I believe, 2011-ish or 2009, somewhere in that range, when they went 7-9. And, it's funny. You can make fun of our division all you want, but if you make fun of that division, now look at that division. You got the Rams are a beast. Seahawks are always a Super Bowl contenders. San Francisco was just in the Super Bowl last year, and Kyler Murray with Arizona, they're a really tough team. So if San Francisco didn't get hurt, all 4 of those teams could have winning records, where just 10 years ago, all 4 of them had losing records. So, make fun of us now. That's fine, but we'll see what happens in the playoffs. We have to get there first, but, winning this day, I thought the Cowboys actually had the best chance to make the playoffs, because that win last week against the Vikings really impressed me. And I thought, with a couple of their linemen back, which sucks for them because both those linemen they got back, they got hurt in the first quarter, which really helps, hurt their offense. And their defense is just so trash. That team is so good, but their defense is their offense is so good, but their defense is god-awful, which is really weird because they have 6 previous Pro Bowlers on that team. So I don't know what's going on with their defense, but I think it's just Mike McCarthy just sucks as a head coach. I really do. I thought Jason Garrett, he couldn't get any worse than Jason Garrett, but they may have found a way with Mike McCarthy. Oh my gosh, they went for it on 4th and 10 on their own 30-yard line or whatever. That was so bad. But, all right, that's what I got. That's my recap. Great win, 41-16 from us. Let's go, and I will see everybody on Sunday. I usually go live. Couldn't go live today because I'm at my aunt's house. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And I will be back on Sunday, and we'll talk some more football then. But until next time, see ya!